Conference, cuz.
Oh, yo, speaking of have a brain that has a box of rocks in it.
Brian Kelly lawsuit. LSU claiming it
Lord
has
have
a
mercy.
formal terminal coach.
Take the money, dummy. I'm sorry.
In a legal filing against LSU board of supervisors.
Oh my
Brian
God.
Kelly's attorney says LSU has taken the position that it has not formally terminated Kelly as the Tigers football coach. The
You've heard that,
school,
Landry?
according to the petition of the declaratory judgment, is now seeking to fire Kelly for cause and
Oh,
potential avoid paying a full buyout of nearly $54 million. The filing claims that LSU informed Kelly's representative of this position Monday. According to a copy of the suit obtained by ESPN says, quote, LSU representative had a call with Kelly's representatives where LSU took the position that Kelly had not been formally terminated and informed the coach's representatives for the very first time that LSU believed grounds of termination for cars existed, close quote. The 48-page lawsuit was filed in the 19th Judicious District for the parish of East Baton Rouge, Louisiana, just hours after this call.
that'd be judicial.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm sorry. I was trying to
I knew
help.
you was gonna do that. I knew you was gonna do that. I knew it.
It is a hard word to say.
Yeah, I know. According to the filing, Kelly's lawyers are seeking, quote, a declaratory judgment confirming that LSU termination of Coach Kelly is without cause and that Kelly is entitled to receive the full liquidated damages provided for in, quote, his contract, close quote. If LSU has, quote, clause, then the school would no longer owe the full amount of the buyout.
Oh my
Now,
gosh.
before my co-host goes, because he probably won't get the full screen, because he there's like so many different ways he can go with this. Um, Number one,
Gosh.
for to the representatives of Brian Kelly, you know what the cause is?
He can't win
He
the.
sucked at his job at LSU.
He also sucked his job at Notre Dame, but that's besides the point.
Number one, have you guys heard the guy named Cam Newton? If you have, then you know he's on a show called First Take on weekdays. Oh, he also has a show that he talks sports, but it's called Fourth and One. And if you had paid attention to one Cameron Newton, he told you what it's like to be a coach slash player in the SEC.
Oh, Cameron Jarrell Newton?
Yes, that guy.
Okay.
It's different than any other conference in college football.
Which he's correct. It is.
Now that's to the representative side. To the LSU side of things, I did not know y'all was a bunch of dumbasses until this.
Look, and I'm saying this at the risk of sounding harsh because I was born in the state. We're speaking about Louisianians here. I'm sorry. Continue.
I did not know y'all was a bunch of dumbasses. If you fire the coach, you fire the coach. If you gotta pay him, pay him. But you know what happened? Matter of fact, y'all did. But now you know what I'm getting at. Y'all ain't even fired him because he sucked at his job. That's not even the real reason why you fired him. I know the real reason why you fired him.
What was the real reason why they fired him?
The real reason you fired because that dumbass governor of yours stepped in.
Governor Landry? He's not.
If Governor Landry wanted to open his stupid ass mouth and said the things like he said, you wouldn't be in this goddamn predicament.
How dare you disparage the name of Governor Landry?
Well, that's because somebody else finna do it for me to the full extent.
Oh my. I'm sorry. I don't mean to steal your glory, sir. Continue.
Oh no, no, go ahead. You got the full screen. It's all yours. I
Oh,
literally set that up just for you to go right in.
oh my goodness. So, for those who are unaware of how Baton Rouge is set up, it's almost similar to that of Tallahassee, but Tallahassee is a bigger city where you can almost chuck a stone from the governor's mansion and you can hit the campus of LSU. So, it's funny. It's absolutely funny to me that we're actually seeing in real time a program operating with no balls. Why are you in Louisiana State University? Why are you being influenced at all? At all? Why are you being influenced by the governor of the state? Who gives a crap about a Jeff Landry? Does he actually own any interest in the oh, oh no. So you mean to tell me he might actually have money tied to your program? You mean he actually might have interest in it? He actually might be a booster? Oh, I hope that's not the case. Because if so, that would reek of collusion. But I don't want to say that. Now, to Brian Kelly and my co-host actually said it right. I think you lucked into the job because you knew. Let me see if I could put this in a nice way of saying it. You knew that you were dealing with dummies. You snowed them fools in South Bend. You figured you would snow even further those chumps in Baton Rouge, and congratulations, you did. Because if LSU did their homework, they would have seen that you only had one good season, and it was led by a man who was catfished.
Catfish hard at that.
Yeah. And look, Manti, love you, brother. I hate that happened to you. But still, that program, the team that you led to the national championship game, it was led by the man who was catfished.
Did you say national championship game?
National championship game.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't know he led the team to a national championship game. My bad.
Yes. Yeah. Got dog walked by Alabama. That is,
That's why nobody thought that was a national championship game. Okay.
yeah. Because Alabama, who they, of course, this was right in the midst of Nick Saban ruling college football. Yeah. National championship game, and Alabama ran it on them. The reason why I know this is because when I went to college about a few years later, the capstone project that one of my cohorts decided to make was the 2010 national championship game between Alabama and Notre Dame. And for 15 minutes, we got a good dissertation as to why you suck, Kelly. Now, he's an Alabama fan. He could have gone on and on and on about how wonderful the Tide was, but he said pretty much they lucked into that national championship because they didn't really have to do much because of the chump that was on the sideline on the opposite end. And that was your best performance. You couldn't sniff much of anything at any other year at Notre Dame, and you get to LSU and you don't even get that far. But you have the but you feel as though you need to be broken off a whole ton of cheddar because you put your John Hancock on the dotted line. Give it up. I've said on this program, if you are leading any school, but definitely an SEC school, you're guaranteed at least 2 hot garbage performances. And you gave us 3 this year before we even got to November. take it as an L. Understand that basically you were nothing more than a pawn, obviously, because LSU was scared of Governor Landry and having them call the school out and say, "Well, the AD don't need to do anything. I should be the AD, and I'd fire him myself." So those dummies with no balls decide, "Oh well, we'll capitulate to the governor and we'll fire him ourselves." And yes, I think it's rather stupid that we're having this dissertation. Stupid. You effing lost many games that you shouldn't have. You made your team look horrible this year 3 different times. It would have been a fourth if Clemson wasn't so crappy. It turns out you lucked up with that game. Otherwise, there would have been 4 losses. And you averted the L that you was going to take in Tuscaloosa this past Saturday, because that would have been the fourth game that your team would have looked horrible with you on the sideline. But you know something? Here's the damning part about this. That team in Tuscaloosa actually looked better than when you would have been on the bench. Yes, I know the final score is 20-9, but they actually showed fight. They actually showed that they actually cared, and they actually showed that they wanted to at least be invested in the game. Now, were they outwitted? Were they outmatched? Were they out strategized? Yes, on all fronts. But at least they showed fight, unlike your team when you coached last at home against Texas A&M, and you played a pretty first half, and then you all went to sleep in the third quarter for the second year in a row against that squad. My advice to you, Kelly, is to be like Steve Miller. Gone, take the money and run. Gone, take the money and run. Woo, hoo, hoo. Take the money, you fake Southern Baptist preacher. And don't darken anybody's sideline again. Get rich off of the money you about to be broken off, which is close to what, 75 million? Just take the money and go, please. Jeez. You suck as a coach. You had 2 programs where you were the head coach, and you failed miserably at both of them. Just take the money and get. Jeez.
That went longer than I thought. Okay.
That man pisses me out. The TF off. And so does Landry too. Get out of LSU's business, son. You got a whole state where you have education issues out the wazoo.
LSU has become a mess, which is a God don't say.